In June 2020, far from the city lights, soldiers beat each other with iron rods on a cold mountain. Many were hurt. Some never came home to see their loved ones. People in nearby towns were too afraid to leave their homes. Phones didn't work. Roads were silent. Doors were locked. Fear filled the air, heavier than the snow. This place is not a battlefield from a storybook. It is a real land with high mountains, green valleys, and peaceful rivers. But war hides behind its beauty. Even with snow on the ground and stars above, 3 strong countries watch this land closely. They build armies and make big plans. But no one can say who it belongs to. The people there wait in silence. Their lives are ruled by fear. They dream of peace, but they live between guns and flags. Their voices are not heard by the world. Why do powerful leaders care so much about this small place? Is it the land, the people, or something more? Why is peace so hard to find in this beautiful place? In 1947, when British rule ended in India, the land was divided into 2 new countries, India and Pakistan. But Kashmir was not given to either side. Kashmir had a special problem. Most people living there were Muslim. But the king of Kashmir was Hindu. He didn't want to join India or Pakistan quickly. Pakistan sent soldiers into Kashmir hoping to take it. The king got scared and asked India for help. India agreed but wanted Kashmir to be part of India. India sent its army to Kashmir to stop the attack. Fighting began between India and Pakistan. Many people died during the war for control of the land. After months of war, India gained control of a large part of Kashmir. Pakistan held the rest. A line was drawn to separate the 2 sides for peace. The United Nations asked for a vote in Kashmir to choose between India and Pakistan, but this vote never happened because each side blamed the other. Kashmir was left divided after the First War. India said Kashmir was now a part of its country. Pakistan disagreed and wanted a vote to decide fairly. This was the first of many fights. No full peace came, and both sides kept soldiers near the line. People of Kashmir were left living in fear and silence. From the beginning, no one asked the people of Kashmir what they wanted. Their future was decided by others, and that problem still affects them today. To calm the conflict after the First War, India gave Kashmir special status through a law called Article 370. It let Kashmir make its own rules in many areas. This special rule gave people in Kashmir a different life. In the cities, schools and jobs grew fast. In small towns, life stayed simple and often poorer. People in Kashmir felt both free and trapped. They could make some local decisions but had no full control. India still made big choices about their future. Even with extra rights, many people still felt unhappy. Street marches and protests happened. They asked for more independence or full freedom. In 1965, another war broke out between India and Pakistan. Both sent soldiers again into Kashmir. The war lasted weeks and took many lives. Once more, the people of Kashmir watched the sky fill with smoke. Families ran or hid while armies fought. Peace seemed far as fear returned again. Only 6 years later, in 1971, India and Pakistan fought again. This war also touched Kashmir. Many were killed, and the pain of the people grew deeper. After this war, both sides agreed to stop the fight. They signed a peace deal called the Simla Agreement. A new line called Line of Control was set. The line of control did not solve the real problems. It only stopped the war. The fear stayed. Soldiers stayed too. The deep hurt did not go away. By the end of the 1970s, Kashmir was fully divided. India ruled one side and Pakistan held the other. Both sides claimed all, but neither gave in. The lands were now ruled by 2 systems, with borders cutting through mountains and rivers. Kashmiris needed papers to cross and visit family. Children grew up near army camps. Men stood guard with guns at roads. Though the loud gunfire stopped, worry stayed in every village and home. In the late 1980s, fighters came into Kashmir. Many were trained in Pakistan or came from far places like the Middle East. Most wanted to fight India's control. These fighters used small fights and surprise attacks. They knew the hills well, so they moved fast and were hard to find. They were called insurgents by India. India said Pakistan gave help to the fighters, like training and weapons. Pakistan said it only supported the people's wish for freedom, not armed groups. In 1999, India and Pakistan fought again. It started when fighters came from Pakistan's side to take high hills in an area called Kargil along the border. The hills were cold and very high. Soldiers had to climb up to fight. The battle was hard, and many died. The sky over Kargil was full of smoke for weeks. India pushed the fighters back. Pakistan said they were only local men, but India showed proof that they had army help. The world asked both to stop. Many people lived between the fighting. They were not on any side, but their homes stood where the battles happened. They faced danger from both sides. Some villages near the hills were left empty. Families walked for days to reach safer towns. They lived in tents with little food and clean water. Others stayed and hoped not to be caught in the fight. But soldiers and fighters both entered homes. Many people were hurt or taken by force. After the war in Kargil, leaders of Pakistan spoke to the world. They said Kashmir must be free and asked powerful countries to help solve the problem. But many thought Pakistan had its own goals. It wanted to win more land and power, not just help the people of Kashmir live better or safer lives. At the same time, Kashmiris felt lost. Both countries said they cared, but few listened to the people. Their voices were still missing from big talks. In August 2019, India ended Article 370, taking away Kashmir's special status. It said the region would now be fully part of India, like any other state. The change brought strict rules. Thousands of soldiers came. People were told to stay inside. Phones and the internet were cut in most places. Shops stayed shut. Schools closed. Streets were empty. Many locals felt afraid. They had no way to share what was happening with the outside world. Pakistan was very angry at India's actions. Leaders said the move was illegal. They stopped trade and sent their top diplomat home from India. Pakistan also talked to world leaders. They asked countries like China and the United States to help and speak out against India's new law. Protests broke out in Pakistan. People marched on streets, waving flags and shouting for India's step to be reversed and for Kashmir to be free. At the border, things got very tense. India and Pakistan both moved more soldiers to the line of control. Tanks and planes were made ready. There was fear of something bigger. People worried that both countries might go into a real war. Some even worried about a nuclear fight. The world watched closely. News channels showed maps and leaders spoke with warnings. Everyone waited to see what would happen next. World leaders quickly tried to help. The United States spoke with both sides and asked them to calm down and not take any dangerous steps. Thanks to these talks, the armies stayed back. No big fight broke out. But trust was broken, and fear stayed across Kashmir's mountains. After some months, a small peace returned. But people knew it was not strong. Nothing was fixed. The pain and anger still stayed inside. While India and Pakistan have the biggest roles in the fight over Kashmir, China also controls a part of the land. That part is high in the mountains and very dry. China started building roads and railways through this area. These links connected China to Pakistan and gave both countries faster ways to send goods and people. India did not like this. It said China and Pakistan were working together too much. India saw these new roads as a danger to its own control in Kashmir. China and India have had problems since the 1960s over their shared border. In 2020, things got much worse at a cold mountain place called Galwan Valley. Soldiers from both sides met one night. Because they were not allowed to use guns, they used rods and sticks. The fight was short, but very deadly. 20 Indian and 4 Chinese soldiers were killed. These were the first deaths in this area between these two countries in over 40 years. After the fight, India and China both sent more soldiers to the area. They built small bases, added strong walls, and made places for troops to stay. The area is very high above sea level, cold and hard to live in. Still, both armies stayed and got ready in case another fight happened again. China brought more equipment to the border, like trucks and machines. India did the same. This showed both sides were getting ready for a long time there. Even though fighting stopped, talks between India and China did not solve the full problem. The borderline stayed unclear and still causes worry. China did not give up the land it took. India said it wants back full control of all its old borders. But both sides stay strong and won't agree. They now watch each other all the time. Drones fly, guards walk the line, and cameras are used to check every small move along the cold mountainside. Many think China wants to show it has more power than India. By staying strong in Kashmir, China hopes to win more control in the region. China is now closer to Pakistan through roads and deals. Some think China may help Pakistan more if fighting with India starts again in the future. India, China, and Pakistan all want a piece of Kashmir, but none are ready to share. This makes the place even more tense with each passing year. In many towns of Kashmir, people live under strict rules. Soldiers stop them on roads. They can't move freely without showing papers at checkpoints. Curfews often keep everyone indoors. Nights are quiet, not from peace, but from fear. Lights stay off and windows stay shut to avoid police attention. Even in schoolyards, the sound of laughter is rare. Some children have stopped going to school at all, scared of what might happen on the way there. Many young people take part in street protests. They shout for freedom or throw stones at armored cars. In return, police answer with force and arrests. Some protesters are caught and taken away. Families do not know where their children go. They wait with worry but get no answers from officials. Others are hurt when police use pellet guns. These small metal balls can blind people. Many young boys have lost sight in one or both eyes forever. The violence and fear hurt jobs and money in Kashmir. Many shops are closed. Before, tourists came to see the mountains, but now they stay away. Hotels, taxis, and tour guides have no work. Families that depended on these jobs struggle to buy food or send children to school like before. Some factories also stopped. Trade is slow because roads are blocked often. People sell less, earn less, and nothing seems to grow or improve. Mothers cry in silence. They miss sons who were taken or lost to violence. Fathers grow tired trying to keep their families safe and fed each day. People write letters, make phone calls, or post online asking for help. But their voices are often blocked or ignored by the internet blackouts. Human rights groups talk about the pain, but few big leaders act. Kashmiris feel the world listens to guns and power, not to the cries of people. Kashmir sits in a very important place. India, Pakistan, and China are all nuclear countries. If a big fight starts here, the whole world could feel the danger. These 3 countries do not trust each other. Each wants more power. This makes Kashmir more risky than many other places on the world map today. The land is not just mountains and rivers. It gives water to millions. If the rivers stop or dry, the people of many countries will be in big trouble. Water from Kashmir's hills fills the Indus River. This river is important for farms and towns in Pakistan and parts of India. Losing it could cause great harm. China is also watching closely. It builds roads and works with Pakistan. This gives it more say in the area's future, and its power keeps growing stronger. India sees this as a problem. It fears being surrounded. As all 3 build more, talk less, and watch each other more, peace becomes harder to keep. Kashmir is not just a small place with old problems. It is now part of a big game of power between the strongest countries in Asia, and maybe the world. If fighting grows, it won't stay local. Planes, bombs, and even world leaders could get pulled in fast. That's why peace here matters to everyone. Keeping peace means the world must care more. When people in pain are not shown care, anger grows. That anger can lead to more and bigger wars. Big news talks often forget Kashmir. They speak about oil, prices, or politics, but not about the quiet land where 3 armies wait, ready at all times. Even with less news, the people in Kashmir still live the same. Soldiers walk their roads, drones fly above, voices of the common people stay unheard. The world must listen to people, not just borders or power. If leaders care only about maps and forget hearts, the pain in Kashmir will never end.